had the best 3 go to 3 games. I want to be on the edge of my seat for that 3rd game. And I just want to, yeah.
And you want a beer while you watch? Or a whiskey?
Well, I have no whiskey as they are banned in this venue.
What?
And I'm a
Wow.
you know, I'm a straight arrow. I follow the law.
Yeah, well.
And I also have I do have a beer, but I finished it.
Yeah.
I'm on the water now because I'm a caster and I care about my throat. Keeping it professional.
Not the only one who cares about that throat.
Into the game on Catalina. So happy we brought you up here, Mike. You're a good addition to the casting crew. All right, in the bottom right here. Guys, we are going to need some noise from the crowd. Do you believe in Divine Pezz? Divine Pezz Divention.
Yeah.
In the top here of Catalina. He has had one of the sickest runs in this tournament, up there with the names of Igus and King Kong, which is an insane feat. This guy, all the way from Perth. Give it up for Frustration.
Yeah, I think there might be a few people out there saying a little prayer for Divine Pezz.
Yes, well, I mean, he will need it. He will need a bit of faith.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of faith.
We actually had a big group discussion about whether it should be God Pezz, Divine Pezz, something to bring out his modesty.
Yeah, something that really
Yeah.
like encapsulates his modest persona.
Yeah, the most modest guy you'll ever
Yeah.
meet.
What was his ID in? Was it Pezz PNC?
Yeah, best PNC. Yeah, he's gonna have to prove it now.
Well, I mean, this guy's kind of making him not look like the best PNC right now.
Yeah,
So
a bit of a
maybe an ID swap show match
ooh
if they still have a name change left.
real best PNC versus fake best PNC.
Exactly. We had one of those at one time. I'm not sure how it went. I forget.
Yeah, I don't know,
It was versus was it real pet, fake pet?
something like that. I don't know, some really handsome, attractive man won.
Yeah, Betrayus was pretty handsome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shame he didn't win.
Oh, pew pew.
Shots.
That's right. So we got this second gas here in both places. Now 2 at each gas.
Yeah.
What is this telling you?
Nothing so far. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty normal. This is a very, very common thing. I think Sase and Naniwa were the first ones to do this, if I remember correctly. And then it kind of caught on, snowballed into Korea. Naniwa is so good at coming up with builds, man.
Yeah, he's good coming up with a lot of stuff.
And this is the famous frustration in base probe.
Yeah, and there's Catalina is one of those maps where they've got a lot of cliff space to sort of abuse. If you have like the units and you have that you're one of those races that can abuse cliffs.
Yeah. And Pezz, if Pezz lets a pylon get up and loses because of it, he will be heartbroken. Everyone's talked countless times about frustrations.
Oh
in
my
probes.
God.
Yeah, it's disgusting. That is like perfect frustration. And of course he's going his DT build. And I bet my life that Pezz will scout the main. But will he see that spot? Because that spot's crazy. Like,
It's right on the edge of his fog of war.
That's
it's the most. Oh, and the mothership core.
1 hex.
Oh my God! And he spots it. Nice spot there from Pezz. So this is putting a little bit of a dampener in Frustration's plan.
Man, that was so close.
Oh my God! I actually had my heart in my throat as well.
That literally could have been game ending.
But yeah, you're absolutely right. And such is the nature of PvP. Pezz going for a Twilight Council as well. Obviously, a fair way behind Frustrations. He did get that.
Yeah, this is
mothership core a little bit
really
quicker.
confusing to me. I mean, he can't be going for DTs of his own unless he throws down a Robo now and then goes for later DTs because Frustrations Robo will be late. I'm not sure. This is we'll have to see what Pezz's decision here is because Blink just dies to DTs and he saw.
He's going to catch this probe again. Oh no, he's actually changed the command.
Ah, there's a Robo. Yeah, he saw the Twilight Council in the main, so he had to be aware that there could have been DTs coming.
Yep.
And even the hidden probe, that's like, oh, you're going to G's me.
Yeah, I was about to mention just before the Blink started that the old Blink Obs play could be okay here. Obs obviously pretty good against Dark Templar.
Yeah.
And pretty good offensively as well. Especially, like I said, there's a lot of cliffs to abuse here on this map.
Yeah, this map is crazy good for Reapers.
And there's the
stuff.
Dark Shrine confirmed there by Pezz, but he already knew anyway.
Oh, is he going to get a probe?
Yes, he does. Get another probe there. He's already killed the one that was in his base. Another probe! 3 probes killed.
And he can still recall away here.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is nice.
Jeez.
And the Mothership Core lives with 4 probe kills to its name so far. 3 in that attack.
That's actually like really huge. As I said earlier, 1 probe can sort of snowball, but 3 probes up.
Look at all these proxy pylons. Frustration
Wow.
right on top of the Nexus.
He does not want to get supply
Does
locked.
not afraid.
Yeah, and that Observer.
Yeah, should be out. Yeah, it's going to be out in time. Here he comes. And wow,
Damn.
look at that from Pezz. Great deflection of the Dark Templar.
That's knowing the exact time when this build hits.
Beautiful start. That deserves applause, actually.
Yeah.
That's a very, very nice,
Perfect
crisp
timing.
StarCraft from this player.
Yeah. And he's up 20, nearly 10 supply with Blink on the way and Frustration's expanding. And Pezz, he's going to push across with one Observer and leave one Observer in his main with a Mothership Core to defend.
Yep, and going to go on the offensive with Blink Observer. So this is going to be a pretty nasty attack for Frustration to have to deal with. He might have to...
The only thing is, the Mothership Core is not going to have enough energy to Nexus Cannon right now because it recalled.
And he doesn't have... Where's that other Observer? Uh-oh. DT number 1 coming in here and doing some hurt on, and there it is. Okay.
I did not see that
Top of that
Observer.
Nexus.
Yeah. I was like...
You're not supposed to see Observers.
Yeah, that was next level Stealthy Observer.
All right, so here we go. He's got that cliff space here on the bottom of Frustration's main to try and do some damage.
Yeah, and Frustration's chrono boosting that Immortal right now.
Yeah, it's basically what you need to do against Blink Stalker. Stalkers of your own with Immortals. That's how you get it done.
Yeah, and this next...
Oh, nice! Really nice play from Frustration, putting a DT in the main and in the natural as well, pulling that Mothership Core and the Observer away.
At the same time, the Blink Stalkers are in Frustration's
Yeah,
main. And he gets,
doing just as many probe kills, really.
yeah, 6 against 5. Wow.
Oh, God! The Immortal takes out one Stalker. Pezz! There we go.
Oof. Jeez.
Oh my
Blow
God.
for blow here.
Yeah, so both players multitasking being kind of stretched here, and Frustration doing a very, very good job at it. In fact, this Nexus is getting a little bit low. He needs to start deflecting this bad boy.
It's going to be... Oh, okay, he's running away. Where is that Observer?
Oh, the time warp there just to confirm
it's
that
under
DT
the
kill.
Mothership Core. Look at that.
Wow.
What are you meant to do against that? That's ridiculous.
As a caster, you're just like, what?
It's like a jet engine for the Mothership Core, just spinning around.
It's pretty cool, man.
Ah.
So, Blink Stalker's completely deflected by Frustration. He has the Immortals, and he's got that sort of unit composition that's very, very good at stopping Blink Stalker. Pezz is thinking about his next step now.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Immortals of his own. Warp Prism on the way. We know how good Frustration is with his Warp Prism play.
Yeah, I'd really like to see Pezz try and mix the Warp Prism in as well. If Frustration gets to do what he did last game and just pull Pezz apart, then it could end quite similarly.
Yeah, very, very right. So we added a little bit of a poke there with that Observer. Still having a bit of a look. And Frustration's warping. Yeah, another DT.
And that Nexus is actually pretty low at the moment, so he's going to be focused on defending that. Oh, what?
I think he wanted to hide his Stalker count or something there, so just taking it easy. Not gonna go too bold.
He must have seen the Warp Prism.
Oh, nice. Warp Prism spotted here. It has to unwarp, but he's going to get sniped at. The Warp Prism gets taken out. Great pick off there.
Jeez. Pezz is playing well in this game. He does not want to go down 0-2.
No, not at all. He's fighting with fire right now. Every Dark Templar that he's sending in here is a huge gas investment.
Yeah, exactly. And quite frankly, Pezz is ahead in economy now, right, as well. He's 5 probes up, 4 probes now. But losing gas like that is huge in PvP, and Frustration doesn't even have his third and fourth
He needs
gas.
to, I mean, I know he likes the unit, but he needs to stop sending them in now. Pezz has just been deflecting them on every single front.
Yeah.
And with the Warp Prism going down, he doesn't really have 2 places to warp in from anymore, although we have it's just the Hallucinated Phoenix flying in here for a bit of a look. Just seeing what's up, and he does see the Colossus Den being made there by Pezz.
Yeah, and that's a pretty big deal. You'll see, yeah, Frustration throws down his own Colossus Den responsively. And I'm wondering if Pezz is going to go charge this time, or if Frustration's going to do what he did last game. This is actually a pretty similar map to King Sejong in terms of the third base. Oh, not the third. Just the expansion layout. If you take that expansion in front, then you can get that flank that Frustration had last game. And it's actually pretty similarly hard to defend your first 3 bases because they're quite spread out. So drops in this map are really, really good.
Yeah, they are, and they've been utilized in pretty much every game the Frustration's played so far as PvP goes. Dark Shrine of Pezz going down for the Archons and for DTs of his own.
Let's say anything you can do, I can do better.
Well, he's certainly going to try and prove that.
Yeah.
The Pirate Box Pilot's finally been taken out, and he's taken that third to the left instead of in front. So not
Beyonce
expanding towards his opponent.
Beyonce wrote a song about that, I think.
To the left, to the left?
Yeah, everything you own in the box to the left.
Well,
in my closet. That's you know a Beyonce fan?
I'm not sure if you've met me before. My name's Maynard. I am not a Beyonce fan.
Yeah, I thought that Maynard was a Tool Sorry, Beyonce. I just messed that joke.
Yeah, look, I mean...
Anyway.
Yeah, because Beyonce is super close in genre to Tool. You're absolutely right, yeah.
We have double robo.
I can understand how you can be listening to Beyonce and go, is that a Tool song? Is that what we're listening to right now? Anyway, double robo, continue.
Yeah, double robo from Pezz, and I don't think Frustration does either. So Pezz is going to get ahead on Colossus account again, but he's... Yay, Pezz listens to me. He's making a Warp Prism now, so he is going to...
Another dead DT.
Yeah, he's going to attack and harass, hopefully.
There's a good lad. Yes, he does have it shift queued out here to warp straight to the natural of Frustration.
But still, they're so close. Like 49 army supply against 45, 56 probes against 53.
Even though Frustration, dare I say, he just played better in game number 1. I'm happy to say that.
Yeah.
These players are showing in this game that they are very, very evenly matched.
Well, last game, for the first 10 minutes, they were just exactly the same, and then Frustration just went into gear and just pulled Pezz apart.
Pezz warping in 1 Dark Templar into that Warp Prism.
Ooh. There's a lot of proxy pylons for Frustration around the map.
Yeah, I mean, you know his favorite unit. And you know what they like? They like having proxy pylons all over the place. 2 Dark Templar coming out towards his 3rd.
Yeah, and we're going to see 1 from Pezz going in now. And Frustration actually...
Uh-oh. This is actually a very, very good Dark Templar attack here as he goes into this probe line and they just get decimated. Pezz doing the same thing, though, pulling them all the way off the line. Frustration returning here. And that's 7 kills for Frustration. Pezz not getting as many.
And actually just evened up the probe count, funnily enough. But for some reason, Pezz is 20 armies. Oh, okay. He just warp ins.
That happens.
Yeah. But that Warp Prism lived.
That's a difference that counts. Yeah, I mean, when you have something that flies like an Oracle or a Warp Prism and you haven't dealt with it, chances are it's going to come back and bite you in the bum later in the game.
Oh,
this is a shift-queued Colossus.
Oh, and there's another one walking over.
And a robo. Pezz, please fix.
I think there's another one walking across.
He's just fixed it.
But he hasn't found the...
No, he hasn't found that one yet.
Oof.
My goodness. And I think that Colossus actually was heading back and now is...
This is actually a huge deal.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that...
That Colossus is sort of wandering.
Is it a Colossus? It might be an Observer.
I hope so.
Or a probe. That's a probe.
Thank God.
Yeah. But he found... Yeah, he found the Colossus. Okay.
Once again, Frustration getting his +3 much earlier with charge. Pezz getting charge as well, but that upgrade difference is going to be...
Yeah, it was something we didn't actually... Wow.
Oh.
I'm not sure if that's a nerves thing or not.
I would definitely say it's a nerves thing. That's a pretty big blunder.
It's so comical. But yeah, it's something we didn't actually talk about a lot in the last game. Frustration hit with +3 and just wrecked it. This is actually pretty close, so he's going to have a much thinner timing.
I mean, he could set up, unintentionally a Colossus flank.
That would blow my mind. And I'm curious what the Colossus count is in this game, because if it's...
So 6 for Pezz and 3 for Frustration, but 3 of Pezz's are probably nowhere near his base, so...
I mean, it's not the biggest deal when you're up 3 Colossus anyway, but it's still a big deal.
Yeah. Frustration gearing up for another one of these attacks, but the map sort of isn't making it a little bit easier for him to be able to do this. The third location of Pezz is a little bit easier to defend than Frustration's, I feel.
Yeah, I agree.
So his ball is sort of keeping him between the third and the natural, just so, he'd really want to be in front of that pylon. That's exactly where he want to be here. Frustration is just sort of posturing back and forth, getting ready, sending one sell it with charge, and Pezz with his Chrono Boost is actually catching up with that +3.
Yeah, Pezz is really good at chrono boosting. Every time I watch a pro game with him, he always talks about the pro players not being as good as chrono boosting as him. Thus modest Pezz.
Modest Pezz indeed.
Yeah.
Bit of a poke there. One Zealot getting taken out.
Testing the waters.
2 DTs coming in again. 2 cannons though in the middle line.
Nice reaction. Good harass from Frustration as
yeah,
well.
you got 1 probe there at least.
And
didn't lose
Pezz
DTs.
found that Colossus.
He did.
Ooh.
And he makes it home alive.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Indeed, Colossus come home. So we have got 7 Colossus here with Pezz, and he has Archons in the mix with charge lots now. This time, Frustration's army is not better than Pezz's.
Yeah, and Pezz has +3 right now. One thing Frustration's going to look to do is snipe the observers of Pezz and just let the DTs just go to work. Because if you can get DTs on a Colossus... does he have Blink? No, he doesn't.
No, I got it anyway.
Yeah, if you can have DTs on a Colossus, they just shred them.
So Pezz is maxed out already. DT boy walked in to defend the pylon. Frustration loves those proxy pylons.
I'd love to see a
and
stat.
he will warp in a 150 gas unit to deal with it.
I'd love to see a stat of how many DTs Frustration makes on average in a game.
That would be interesting. And there's a big attack here. Charge Loss leading the fray. Frustration dropping some units with the Warp Prism on top of the enemy units of Pezz. Will it be enough though? The Stalkers are actually not target firing. There they go, now getting target fired. The Observer's doing the damage. It looks like Pezz still has too many Colossus. I think he's got this. Oh my god, it's so close. The flank with the Zealots from the right. Pezz is going to get one Colossus on the retreat. That low health one just retreating the high ground to live.
And the DTs actually saved Frustration there. The Observer was way out in front, and 2 DTs killed about 3 or 4 Colossus, I think.
Yeah, that was the Warp Prism drop. He had four DTs in the Warp Prism.
Yeah, that's a really nice play from Frustration there. And it's sort of evened things out a bit. If you look at the units lost, that's 6 Colossus for Pezz to the 2 of Frustration. So I think the units lost, wow, 12 DTs lost in total this game for Frustration too.
He is the DT master, man.
Yeah, I wonder what the resources lost is like in this game. It'd be pretty interesting.
Okay, so Frustration's lost more, and that's because of how many DTs he's lost.
Even though Pezz has lost 4 more Colossus, Frustration has lost more.
Yeah, I mean, DTs are not a cheap unit when they die.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank God, indeed.
Yeah.
So both players gearing up to get their 4th base. We're getting into very macro PvP here. 4 bases is extremely macro in PvP.
Yeah, and Pezz has got a bit of a supply lead at the moment. He's about 21 supply up.
Yeah, he's up in about 20, and that's all in army supply, by the way. Equal probes, 68 apiece.
Yeah.
Dropping another 5 warp gates, at the front of his 4th base. Catching a warp prism.
Nice.
Bit of a blunder there from Frustration, but everything in position.
Hero DT.
Oh, this DT is going to save the pylon again.
There's this
Get away from my pylon.
This is mine. There's this really funny dynamic in PvP where when they get maxed out in late game, usually whoever has less probes wins.
Yeah, well that's true because it's army, right?
Yeah, and you win one battle and you just walk across and snowball and win. However, in saying that, if say the guy with less probes gets attacked
he is sick of this pylon.
Yeah.
He says like he's spent 300 minerals trying to get it down already, and now it is down finally, and that DT has no home to be warped from anymore. Cannon's going down here. Pezz does see it with the charge lots.
Yeah, and Pezz's bank is huge compared to Frustrations. It's all those DTs, like...
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And these charge lots are actually doing a pretty good job on their own. It doesn't have to be cloaked.
Yeah, but like I was saying, DTs to defend again. Like I was saying, losing probes like right now isn't the worst thing, except Frustration's bank is pretty bad.
Yeah, it's really not... I mean, losing probes actually does suck when your bank's that low, so... yeah, I mean, 7 probes killed by that charge lot attack.
Yeah, and their +2 armor is very... Wow, Pezz is like...
Whoa.
This base is in trouble.
Yeah, man, he wants this Nexus gone, and unless Frustration pulls more than his... If he pulls his army, he'll defend it, but he has to deal with the fact that Pezz is coming in from 2 fronts here.
Yeah, this is really nice play from Pezz. Pulling the army out of position and attacking down the ramp. That could be dangerous.
Oh! He's coming back into the high ground. He needs that high ground. It's so important. But this Nexus is completely cleaned up. 18 probes dead, and the Nexus is about to follow them.
Nice play from Pezz.
Beautiful stuff. And he can rejoin the main army and go for that attack. Extra Archons and charge lots would be pretty handy right now.
Yeah, Frustration just has to go. He's like, all right, I don't have an economy. I'm not going to get back into this game the longer it goes. I have to kill you right now. And he's moving across the map. And Pezz needs to split his army up and get ready.
He's on that high ground, and they're going to fight at the same level. Pezz needs to split his units up. He's clumped up here.
Oh, this is bad for Frustration. You can't attack into that choke.
Yeah, it's a tiny choke. The gateway is sort of making it even more of a choke, and Pezz spreading those Colossus a little bit. He knows his attack is here.
The longer this game goes, the better it gets for Pezz, but Frustration's army is 30 supply up right now. He has less probes, he has more army.
He does indeed. This is a very scary army, most of it charge lots, and here come the charge lots now! But they're just funneled into this tiny little choke, getting laser beamed to death.
And the Archons, the Colossus at the back were just standing there, letting the Zealots die. And now they're almost even on army supply again.
4 supply ahead is Frustration, and he was... How much was he ahead? Like 30?
He was 30 supply.
Yeah, down. That just like that. Laser beams.
And he can't remax quickly either, because he has no bank and no economy, because Pezz killed that base. Frustration might have missed his window to kill Pezz here.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. Like you said before, he doesn't have the economy to go back to retreating right now, because he wants to try and... Oops, sea daisies.
Oh, it's fine.
I mean, he's in a really good part of the game anyway.
Yeah.
And with the blunders, he's still recovering.
It's honestly not the biggest deal when you've got such a big bank right now.
Yeah. Look at the bank difference. It's incredible. 10 times the amount of bank.
Oh, he loses the mothership. That means no time warps for frustration in the next fight. And he's 20 army supply up still. So Pezz is just going to have to sit back and defend. And frustration.
Oh, the pylon block.
He can't expand. There's no way he can get back into this game with 4K, 2K bank of Pezz. He has to go kill him.
Pezz has got probes and units on top of every single expansion frustration could take. And he's just going to make it very, very sticky for the Perth Protoss.
That is a lot of Zealots and Archons. I'd love to see Pezz realize this and just morph in so many cannons to defend. Pezz shouldn't be the one attacking right now. Unless he can attack, trade a bit, pull back.
Frustration's army split a little bit here. Back. He's going to lose some units on the... Or Pezz is going to lose some units on the right here. The DT lives there.
Pezz is throwing away Zealots to get more and more Archons.
Yeah. He's 20 supplied down, 22 supplied down on Frustration.
Yeah, this is really smart play from Pezz. He's just going to slowly dwindle away his worst units and replace them with higher tech units.
Yeah.
I'd even like to see him just throw some probes away.
Got an odd situation here where a DT can't see a DT. Down by that fifth Nexus. Frustrations is because
of course.
Yeah, of course.
Been well trained.
Don't DT a DT, man. Yeah,
wow.
It's like, where is it? Where is he? All right, so the main army of Frustration posturing with a lot of charge lots. And like you said, the charge lots really aren't they're amazing, but against this many Archons and Colossus, they really need to be microed quite correctly, and they need to hit that charge at the right spot.
Yeah, it's about 24 army supply difference right now, but I'm not sure who has more Archons versus Zealots. Like, whose army is better right now?
Well, we have a look at the unit tab. Be able to tell the tale.
And Frustration's expanding right now, and this is so dangerous for him. I don't know if he realizes how big Pezz's bank is right now. Pezz can just reinforce with like 100 Zealots. Oh!
Big shots on those Archons as Frustration pushes forward, and Pezz turning around to engage. This is actually a good engagement for Frustration so far as the charge slots get right up in his face. Oh my god. It looks like a really, really good engagement for Frustration as Pezz pulls back,
but
warping in some charge slots. He's got the defender's advantage. Will the flank be enough?
I think Frustration might have done it here. Look at the Colossus count.
He's definitely got the Colossus count here, and Pezz has 1 hit point. Colossus goes down.
Oh,
just two Colossus left. The DTs of Pezz coming back and trying to recover against Frustration here.
Both players on 100 supply here, but Pezz has 5k, 1k. What is he going to make? Frustration's going home. He needs to go kill him, but he doesn't have an observer.
And Frustration is still 20 army supply up, but you're absolutely right. He's got the bank, and he can just remake that army. Pezz is going to warp in a bunch of charge lots and still making 2 Colossus at once. Frustration, however, is just he's making, like, you can just look at his production tab. He's getting upgrades, he's getting probes. He can't really afford much.
Yeah. Is there an observer? Is there a cannon? There's a cannon here.
The cannon's not. The observer's just coming now, so the DTs will die. Both players got observer speed. Just finished then.
Yeah, it's a really nice play from both players there. It's an upgrade that's often forgotten, but in such a DT-heavy game like this, you're going to need it. And Pezz just warped in 7 High Templar, so he's going to have a buttload of Archons.
I'm glad that you censored yourself there, as it is the name of the game for the observers to try and not swear in casts.
Oh, I didn't swear.
You devil.
Yep. But you can actually see Pezz is on 167 supply to 125, so that's that bank kicking in. And Pezz sometimes just sits back and waits till he's maxed and then attacks. And this is a case where he needs to do that.
I'm loving that Pezz is getting the shield upgrade here. I think Frustration might have missed that one.
Oh, that is so good for Archons.
That's really good for Archons. So
yeah.
this is gonna make a big deal considering how many Archons he has in his army.
What a game here we have.
Yeah, this is a sick PvP.
But Pezz is up 130 army supply to the 90 of Frustration, and he just needs to go. This is a...
Oh god, I hate that. Just in between the minerals, just waiting for probes. Don't mind me.
Oh, if Frustration attacks, this could be game over.
It could be.
Pezz needs to attack here. This is the reverse of that other situation.
Yeah, he's actually... Looks like he's splitting units up here. Sending a bunch of charge lots off to the left.
I think, honestly, Pezz is afraid of losing right now. It's his upper bracket life on the line.
He's up 50 supply.
Yeah, he's just...
But it's not in army. Oh, sorry, he's up 30 supply in army, but 20 of that is probes.
Yeah, and I think this is Pezz saying, oh, I don't want to lose, so I'm just going to try and slowly kill you. I don't want to lose one big engagement and lose. But this is a time when Pezz needs to attack.
Yeah, he has the superior army. He has that shield upgrade as well, and he's getting +2 shield. Something that Protoss don't generally live long enough to see.
Yeah, and actually makes a huge difference with Archons.
Yeah, it's like an extra armor upgrade.
Yeah, it's insane. And, I mean, if Pezz keeps turtling like this, he'll get that upgrade difference, but Frustration's going to get bigger army when he's maxed, and he's going to win a big engagement again, most likely, and that's that Shields comes into play.
That's right. Frustration's just being very, very passive right now, and that's what Frustration needs to do, because as Petrify's mentioned, an attack from Pezz would probably seal the deal.
And Frustration can't do this. He can't keep throwing away DTs. I know he loves them, but this is not the time. You don't have the money to do this. You just need to make one big army and
these
go
charge
for
lots
it.
are actually going to get rid of these cannons, and that means that one of the last mining bases of Frustration are about to meet, just about to get to the dust.
I'd love to see the Colossus count right now, because Pezz has been powering out Colossus. 8 versus 9. Wow. Yeah, okay. Pezz's army is really nice right now.
8 Archons with +2 shields.
Yeah, that is
in
huge.
that army of Pezz versus the 3 of Frustration. So that extra Colossus means nothing in the next fight. Now he is getting the upgrade, making some more Archons.
They're
into the next
about
fight.
even on army supply, but I think Pezz's army is just
superior
a little
army,
bit better.
absolutely. And he's going to get into this.
It's going to come down to
concave
engage.
here. Frustration, the time warp going down on Frustration's charge lots. He tries to get back the Colossus with a big concave, Pezz taking a lot of damage, but here come the charge lots. They just evaporate, and the Archons are trying to get the rest of the damage done here.
The Zealot
warp in for the side as he flanks on the right side of the Colossus.
I think Pezz has done it here.
The Colossus going down as he pushes forward. They're getting lower and lower health. Oh my god, Pezz has finally pushed through here, and he's going to put critical damage to the space of Frustration.
He's up.
And probably steal the deal. He's up 60 supply. He's up 40 supply in army. This is it for Pezz. He's going to tie the series up one apiece. I can't believe this is only game 2.
And look at the bank. It's 3K700 still.
He can warp in charge lots, 30 charge lots, and he win the game right now.
Archon, pick your poison. It's 16 charge
And
lots.
15 charge lots coming. He's listening to Maynard. Fantastic.
Yes.
That's how you win games. All right. And here comes the charge lots to seal the deal for Pezz. Right up into Frustration's Colossus. This Nexus is going to die. Frustration. GG. Pezz ties the series one apiece.
What a game. Wow.
What a PvP. Probably the best game we've seen today of StarCraft.
I need a smoke. I don't even smoke.
You think you need a smoke?
I don't even smoke.
Man, that was incredible. I am so happy right now.
Yeah, me too. Well,
I'm looking forward to game number 3. I bet the crowd's looking forward to it as well. They love game number 2.
Oh, God, I hope it's like that. I don't know if I can handle it.
I don't know, man. My heart's going pretty fast.
Yeah.
Games like this are bad for blood pressure.
Yeah. I'm regretting that that KFC I had for lunch.
I'm kind of happy I didn't have ribs last night.
Yes.
So I was
a few
going
of the people out there did.
And I mean, I was an antisocial nerd last night. I went straight to my hotel and had a bottle of water and went to sleep.
A bottle of water?
Yes, a bottle of water. I had a bottle of water and then I went to sleep.
Usually it's wine with you.
You just keep airing my dirty laundry out in front of all these people.
I've got more.
Getting up here was a mistake.
It's getting too hot in the kitchen.
It is a bit hot in the kitchen. I'm actually getting very, actually legitimately.
Yeah, I can see
Now I'm getting I was pretty pumped in that
perspiration.
game. Merry-go-round, our third map here. Obviously not going to